Oh, there it is.
Hi, I'm Peter Birch, and guess where we are this week? I'm here hanging out with a few friends from Australia. And I mean, shouldn't need anyone to tell you exactly where we are. Just check out these beauties right here in front of us. I tell you what, I've always been fascinated about these beautiful creatures, and today we're going to learn so much more about these reticulated pythons. It's going to blow your world. Welcome to CrittaCam. We're lucky enough to be here in your breeding facility with these monster animals. I mean, I'm absolutely flabbergasted. This is the ingredients, right?
Well, so, a lot of these snakes look normal, but they're carrying 2-3 genes.
So they're the ingredients that produce spectacular animals just like this, right?
Absolutely, that's the idea. We gotta start somewhere.
Oh yes.
So our bigger animals are ones that are founder stock that have less genes, and this is some of our newer stock that's coming up that's loaded with genes. So these have a lot more genes than some of these adults. That's a Sunfire, Tiger, Platinum, and also Phantom. And this is a Golden Child Ultra. And so these, we're able to stack a lot more genes. The more genes we get in the male, the better off we are. So these are a couple males we're growing out.
Wow, so these basically got like multiple genes.
Well, and a lot of times when it's codominant like that, like we don't want 2 layers of platinum on anything because then we get a white snake. So this has Sunfire, so we can breed it to another Sunfire, and we can just about max out what our potential is in that. And, so it's kind of like some of the snakes we don't even have to upgrade. The older females are still great.
Oh, man, this is amazing. And like I said, this is the ingredients. You're mixing these ingredients.
Wait till I show you some babies.
Putting into some cool stuff, right?
Yeah, no, I'll show you some of the babies we're hatching. It's pretty impressive, some of the amount of volume of different kinds of colors and patterns we can get out of a group of snakes. And, that's a pied right over there. And there's titanium, platinum, tiger over there. There's all kinds of genes. We're just surrounded by genetics.
He's almost like a crazy madman mixing all these colors.
I couldn't help myself.
Well, let's go and check these cool stuff out.
Ha! While we're walking through the reptile zoo, I had him grab me another cool one on our way to the other snakes, but I thought I'd show it to you real quick. This is a Super Tiger Motley Phantom. First in the world. Kind of cool, right?
It's amazing. I mean, look at the colors, the pattern.
It's like no other retic. It's kind of funny, but
that doesn't look like a retic.
We actually have it in Sunfire too, but I don't know if we got time to hunt them all out. But there's so many kinds. You just have to come back. We'll get another thing. But meanwhile, let's go over to the other room. We'll never make it to the other room if we don't get going.
So I'm guessing we've looked at the major ingredients. Show me what you're creating. Some of these.
Well, there's a little bit of everything. This is a simple 1-gene snake, and they're neat. I mean, they're pieds.
Simple 1 gene. It's probably the most spectacular of the single gene animals.
Yeah, I think it's up there in the single gene, especially. I think it takes 2 genes to make them epic. And I like them with more white over the top, and I'm pretty sure you need tiger to do that. We got some plans to make some pretty incredible ones. We're going to make these without a lot more white, but they're going to be black. So black and white ones. So
they're going to be spectacular. But I mean, look at this. This is a handful of goodness. I mean, these really haven't been in the hobby that long either.
No, they haven't. To be honest, Bob Clark originated them, and I was kind of patient to get into them because I do things different. I kind of go for the long haul. I don't know if you figured out. I go recessive. This is a recessive trait. So my idea is recessive with a whole bunch of codominant stuff, maybe a double and triple recessive, and so these are fitting in good for my program because I'm not a flash in the pan guy. I put a couple decades in, and I got a couple more decades I hope left to put in. So.
I mean, this is a perfect place to start. Pieds are probably my favourite. Now, 1 box of pieds is very impressive. 2 boxes of pieds is absolutely amazing. I mean, the
one clutch. She didn't want to go for me, but when she went, she did me a home run. And the best part about it is, out of the same clutch, we got het anthrax, het pied, platinums. So imagine this. So, in theory, we can make this snake with white going all over it. Oh. Is that incredible or what?
That is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at the yellow in that. That just pops.
Imagine that with white bands going through it. So, because I'm pretty confident that this snake here will literally have just white bands everywhere, if not be like 75% white with that snake. So that's something we're working at pretty hard at. So we got to, you know what? It takes time. We got 3 years to wait for that one.
I mean, you got 3 years, but this simple gene, I mean, they call it simple, but it's not simple.
Yeah.
You're putting that into everything else that you already have.
Oh, I've already got a good.
It's like light years.
I bet it is. It's gonna be like living the dream, because it's just up in here, and I can't imagine what someone's gonna look like. I kind of dream about it. But if you notice, this already has a real white belly.
Oh, yeah.
And it's already halfway up.
I mean,
so guess what's going to happen?
Look at that contrast already between
without even trying,
creeping up. Like
without even trying, it's halfway up. So imagine what that's going to do as soon as I put that gene on top. It's going to crisscross over the top like crazy, and it's going to have just insane contrast. So
look at the white snout. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I mean, that's amazing. But that, like you said, that's one gene.
And this is a platinum one, but these also look cool without platinum.
Yep.
And so there's a whole bunch of the varieties that are going to come out of there is incredible.
I mean, you got more than these.
Oh,
and you got more than a single gene, babies.
I've already got a double codom recessive, double codon het pied.
What a mouthful! Right?
And the best part about that is, that's hopefully, God willing, 12 months away.
That'd be awesome. I mean,
so that should be maybe sooner.
Goals. Long-term goals. I mean, most people don't have long-term goals.
You know,
I just do it right now.
I've learned the right now is never rewarding. I mean, it's fun. It sounds good, but it's just a flash in the pan, and you're there one day and you're not there the next day. So I'm more into the, legacy stuff. Like try to do something that nobody else wants to do the hard work for, because it's fun. I love it. It's worth it. If you're passionate about what you do, how long it takes doesn't matter.
Definitely right. Now, you've got a few other clutches here that we want to see, because, I mean...
Yeah, we got a full...
Seeing a clutch that has one type of snake, or one coloured snake in it, is pretty amazing, and occasionally you find one or two different things.
This is actually some of my founder stuff that I started with titanium.
Look at that stuff.
And there's so many varieties in here.
I mean,
we got
the patterns, the colours, it's just
so insane. This is a Motley Platinum Sunfire Citron. That is a Platinum Motley Citron. This is what we call plutonium, which is a Super Tiger Titanium. This one down here is a Super Tiger. Just to give you an idea, this is two layers of Tiger, one layer Sunfire, one layer Platinum, and 2 layers of Citron to make that snake right there. So it's a lot of genes. Oh, and layer Motley, if I didn't say it already.
I mean, look at this. This is just...
That's a Super Motley Citron Sunfire.
It's got these little oscillants down the side.
This is a Super Motley Sunfire Platinum.
I mean, it's massive.
I said Super Motley, but it's not. It's a Super Tiger Motley Citron Sunfire Platinum.
I mean, it's like a box of chocolates. Look
Hey, I think when Forrest Gump said life is like a box of chocolates, I think that he was probably foreseeing my future.
I think he was hanging out here, looking into your box of tricks. Look at this. Each one of those so far, and there's probably half a dozen there, each one is completely different to the others.
Hey, it's a messy job. Somebody's got to make it different.
Well, yeah, I mean, mix it up. Look at that.
Hey.
And that's one of the things we need to talk about as well, Jay.
Look at that.
That's one of the things we need to talk about as well, is
the fact that colors in there.
When we're talking about colour morphs, they're not hybrids.
No, they're absolutely not hybrids. These snakes are all reticulated pythons, and they're pure reticulated pythons. But what happens is you catch a morph in the wild, and what we've done is I like to call them man-made morphs, because they don't exist in the wild. So a snake that has 6-8 genes in order to create it just doesn't accidentally happen in the wild, and there you go. So they're, like I say, they're not inbred. They're all pure-blooded reticulated python, and there's so many amazing kinds that are. I mean, it's getting to the point now where we get clutches that. I'll show you. Here. Let me show you now. Let me show you a clutch. It's kind of fun.
It's just so different.
So here's a clutch right here. Now
they're fresh, right?
This has never been shed. We've already got about 4 of the morphs in another room. But just to give you an idea, the original morph that we started morphing this thing was an anthrax.
Yep.
We didn't get one anthrax. We got anthrax sunfire. We got anthrax sun tiger. We got anthrax super tiger. We got anthrax super sunfire tiger. We got anthrax super suns. But we missed the sun. We missed an anthrax. We did get it. The closest thing we got to anthrax is the anthrax tiger, and it's beautiful.
This is insane. Look at this.
So it's just
a bit of a struggle here trying to dig this.
Yeah, I gotta be a little careful. But there's the closest thing to an anthrax we got, and that's a tiger. Now what we did is we combined we combined a lot of kinds of snakes to do this. Look at this.
You want to see
insane? You want to see a cool snake? Look at this.
Oh,
look at that, guys. Look at the tail on that.
Animal. Look at that.
It's starting to go into blue, but it's so red. And that's a super sunfire anthrax. And look at the tail. It's literally gonna have a red tail. We had a super sunfire tiger before, and it's really cool. But now we got a super sunfire tiger and a super sunfire super tiger, newborn babies. And we got an albino sunfire, which is the first in the world, and an albino sun tiger. So we're pretty happy about all that. And there you go. That's just a straight up tiger het anthrax, albino. So many varieties. You know what I always kid around? So many kinds, so little time. Look at this. Here's a clown we were talking about. So imagine this, what this is going to be in pied. I think it's going to be about 80% white. Because look at the back. How could that not go over the top of that snake? I mean, it's absolutely incredible. That's going to make a great pied. We have this het pied. So, not this, but the genes to make this. And so, we have to hit the odds. Some of the stuff we hit is 1 in 256, I think it is. So, it's crazy. Some crazy numbers. Here's a world's first.
Look at this. I'm getting sidetracked, but check this out.
This is it's gorgeous.
It's got a stripe. It gets halfway down, the stripe disappears.
Yeah, and it goes to the back. That's a clown sun tiger. I mean, a clown sunfire, and this is a clown super sunfire. And that's a world's first for us. We've made one last year of those, and I think I can grab that one out.
Most people wouldn't understand the potential of this animal is this.
Correct. This is the same snake, but I would say that's a nicer one. And now the cool part is when you're making world's first, you don't know if it's a good one or a bad one until you make the world's second one. So I think this one's going to be nicer. I think it's an upgrade. I couldn't help myself. I was pulling out snakes, and I ran across this little beauty, talking about the titanium gene. This is a really nice titanium super motley, and I think it's a tiger, and it's very cool looking. What do you think?
I'm gobsmacked, to be honest. I mean, the colours manipulated from a natural colour.
Yeah.
You know, like it gives.
And the funny part is, we took a natural color to make it.
I know.
A lot of people demonize us because we took a snake that was deformed. Technically, I mean, hey, if you're born 6'9", you're deformed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? This snake was born with one kind of pattern. We took another snake that was born with another pattern, and we combined it, and look what we got.
Different genetic traits. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I breed brown snakes as well as, dirt snakes.
Right.
It gives me great hope. Breeding my dirt snakes.
I've seen some of your dirt snakes that are changing already.
Oh, starting to change. And the hope is someday you get a huge colour variety.
I remember when there was like 2 more retics. And I remember thinking, how boring. And then I bought into the first albinos. Bought some hats. And you know what? The rest of that's been pretty much history.
I tell you what.
I've been running as fast as I can forward because part of the fun is just, trying to see what you can make. And sometimes I'm a little criticized because they think I'm in a race for the first. I don't take the shortest path every time. On the pies I took a long path, but the long path is a good path. And so I really just take whatever path makes the most sense for the amount of effort. I want to get there the shortest way, but I'm not in a race. There's no race.
It's paying off.
The
hard work.
Some of the stuff I've created is insane. Me and Tim have been working on this, working on these things for decades.
I guess the other thing too we want to address is the fact that, reticulated pythons are bitey, snappy, horrible creatures.
This one's going into blue, but there's another cool snake. I mean, it's just a purple snake for the most part. It's got a little bit of a tan purple, and then I've got this with sunfire, which I think the sunfire probably takes away a little bit from it.
Over here.
Because it makes it more chocolatey. But look at that snake. Look at the head on that snake. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I really like it. I mean, they're beautiful snakes. So it's an adventure. you know, and it keeps things new and fresh because you never know what you're gonna make. It's oh, look at that!
Another pile of awesome-looking snakes.
This is
that one stands out.
This is a platinum anery tiger, and that reminds me of one more snake we can probably squeeze into this, huh?
So I'm guessing an anery means that
means it's
still
missing,
has the yellow, but
missing
the red. Pigment.
Correct.
Yep.
It's missing the red pigment.
Unlike the axanthic, which
Correct,
is missing both.
Missing both pigments. So let me grab you a.
That's pretty cool, right?
Snake. If you want to see something cool, there you go. What do you guys think about that?
That thing glows.
That I believe is the same as that, but I think it might have sunfire. It's definitely a sunfire sibling, so we don't know exactly what made it pop. This one will change and look better, but I don't think it'll ever look like this. This snake's a very rare, cool snake that just popped out in the anery.
The same markings.
Yeah, no,
let alone what color's going on.
This is technically a super tiger, and that's a tiger.
Wow.
So this has one more gene. The super tiger got a little bit smushed in here and makes it look a little bit more like a tiger. But look at that. It still has remnants of the gray. See it?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild. Yeah. But it's a beautiful snake. And the pattern on the side, look at the pattern. Oof. Is that cool or what?
That's awesome.
So that's one of the reasons why we know it's a super tiger too. So it's a few things. It has a dark nose. The noses always look like a little bit different on the end of a super tiger. Sometimes they have 4 spots there actually. So pretty cool.
Snakes, and more snakes.
Hey, it's a messy job, but I want to live the dream, and this is my dream.
Well, let's show them a white snake.
A white snake? Where are we going to get a white snake?
Oh, I don't know.
That's like erasing everything.
I know.
Let me see if I can get out the white paint.
I'm sure you've got one somewhere, right? Go for it.
Okay, white snake. I know where there's a white snake, but it's not always white because it has a tendency of getting dirty easy.
Yeah,
it's like a white car, but actually white cars are pretty good. I always bought
white tiles.
White carpet never stays clean. A white car looks way better than a black car. Black. What about black?
Well,
you guys like black?
Yeah, like.
Here's a semi-black snake. Whoa! Come on. Luckily, it's dog tame.
Let's go over each
and smart, or I'd already gotten smoked because I wasn't being smart.
Well, that was going to be pretty funny, yeah.
Retics, by the way, have a reputation of being mean.
Yeah, they're horrible, bitey snakes. That's what we were talking about earlier. But
you saw that one actually saved me. He was smart. This isn't really a black one, but it's a semi-black one. I'm not in the right room. We got black ones, we got gray ones, we got blue ones. We got a little bit of everything. We're working on a lot of different angles.
And see, that's the thing, isn't it? Like when you're working with color palettes, you sometimes need darker, if not, undesirably.
Well, this snake here is close to what we're going to have him pied with a white belly.
Well, there we are. Look at that. So you need that to enhance.
Can you imagine that?
It's going to be like a panda.
Yeah. Except I don't expect any spots because I don't have no tiger in it. But I could be wrong. We could end up. The motley might make a cool one, so we'll find out soon enough. So, but we're working on a little bit of everything around here. It keeps me and Tim motivated.
Yeah, I can see why. It keeps me motivated.
Right.
I'm motivated to get home and start
makes
doing
people's dreams.
Cool breeding.
This is what's cool about it. Is I get not only do I get to do fun stuff, people tell me all the time, man, you motivate me because now I got all these ideas in my head and I want to make one of those and I want to make one of these, and it really kind of makes it all make more sense. Because if it was just for me or just for something I could have, how fun can that be? I mean, that gets old. It's fun.
Yes, it gets old pretty quick.
That's fun when you're young and you're only thinking about you, but later it's a lot more fun when there's a whole bunch of you.
But it's also interesting when other people come into your collection.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you become numb to it, I guess.
Oh.
You see it every day.
The funny thing is
it's going all right. I'm not doing too bad.
It used to be funny because I would come and I'd start showing everybody and I'd say, okay, let's go. Let's take a break. And they'd be like, why are we taking? I go, he goes, everything's looking the same, isn't it? And they go, yeah, it's all looking the same. Now we've reached a point where I just go through them in a way that nothing looks the same.
Nothing looks the same.
I try to get creative when I'm showing people from out of the country or out of the state or whatever. So,
absolutely gorgeous. I mean, blown. I can't put it into words.
Well, good. If it did, if you could put it into words, then it would be predictable and we'd be living the dream.
Yeah, we can't have that.
You can't. I mean, how many dreams you woke up and that you remember every part of it and you knew why it was that way. Usually. It's cloud, right?
It's blurry. It's all a blur for me.
You're wondering how did I get in this dream with no clothes on?
Running
with my guns and people shooting at me. I don't know what your dreams are, but mine are pretty wild sometimes.
Yeah, mine aren't like that. I'll let you keep those dreams.
I was usually busy saving the world. So,
well, that's right.
So you better hope my dreams stay going.
Yeah, saving the world.
Oh boy. We got a little bit of everything out. Oh yeah, I guess you already figured out we're crazy around here and we pull a lot of snakes out. So, what else you want to look at?
Well,
I don't think there's enough time on this video.
No, we could be here all day.
I think you're gonna have to come back next year and do it all over again.
I'll definitely be back next year.
I think they better go back and look at the last time you were here.
They should. They should. It just keeps going on and on.
Well, I'm gonna go find these guys' homes, put them away. No 100-foot of snakes. Probably 50 foot of pythons. Come on, girl. This one's a little bit whirly. This one here is actually totally tame, but she does have a mind of her own. She likes to go all over the place. Come on, girl. Come on. Oh. Like right now, she's like going, I'm not ready to get out. Put that right there. Let's see. Not quite as planned. Come on, girl. She's right in the middle where she's too heavy each direction. Oh. Oh. Come on.
It's gonna be a big job.
I'm gonna need some help, Peter.
Right behind you.
You're gonna be at Prehistoric Pets visiting. We gotta grab at least one big python out.
Yeah.
This is a medium one. Oh, but she's a handful sometimes. There we go. Come on, girl. Get her out.
Oh, don't come back in your home.
She's ready for home. There you go. Hey, we'll pull that in that way. Go that way.
Go that way.
Yeah, we'll straighten her out. Oh, boy, when she hooks her head, you can barely stop her. There we go.
Come back here, sweet pea. But you're right.
Oh,
how could I not come here? And not.
check out a decent sized one, right?
It's a little bit bigger than the ones I'm used to play with at home.
That would be a big scrub.
Big scrubby, big olive. For sure. Come here, sweetie.
Oh. There we go.
So,
Who's got who?
well, talk about getting owned.
Not a camera guy.
Come here.
Hello down there.
See what?
I'm the little
An
guy on the other end.
exercise.
I know how to make myself look small.
Get your hand on this.
On the other end. She's really got a great disposition.
Yeah.
She's just a little bit like wants to go places. Well, hey, you're supposed to face the camera at all times,
Trying.
at all costs.
What I have realised lately, coming here, is the first 6 foot is the most hardest part.
This
of
one,
the
this
snake
side's
that you
easy.
can Oh,
See, here's what you do. This is actually the steering wheel.
yeah.
You let go of that, and then I said that's a steering wheel, but
Yeah.
she's not being steered very good. There we go, guys.
I think you just love it when people say snakes may go backwards.
There we go.
Look at that.
Pretty cool. So it's a reticulated python.
You can forget about the gym fees right now.
They won't let these in Australia because they're scared they'll take over the world. You guys have the right temperatures, I think, in some places.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you're only 50 miles from Papua New Guinea, aren't you?
Yep. The smallest stretch, most definitely.
Never. Some of your animals are crisscross, don't you? Don't you have you got scrub
Yes.
pythons?
Scrubs, chondros,
Chondros?
green tree pythons, frill necks,
Yeah.
some lapids, so some of the whips, taipans.
I hope I'm not looking too fat. She's actually a big snake, believe it or not, guys.
Wash your hands one more time.
So,
So where can more people see more of your amazing articulated pythons?
we do a little bit of everything on Prehistoric Pets TV on YouTube. And we put a lot of cool pictures up on Instagram, Facebook, a little bit of everywhere.
Tell you what, you guys need to get over and check all that stuff out. Give him a like, hit him up for some information. I'll tell you what, I've had an absolute blast today. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Till next week, hopefully I'll get my breath back. Thanks for watching CrittaCam.
Woohoo! Living the dream! Living the dream!